Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I've been lucky enough to get hold of not one but 3 Eweadn mice to play with, and I thought in this video it'd be useful to compare them all as the differences aren't all that apparent at first glance. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing as we may make a video to make your life easier and I won't want you to miss out. So do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. As I said here, I have 3 mice here, all from Eweadn, and they are the S9, the S9 Pro and the S9 Ultra. When I received them, it was difficult to tell them apart as the boxes, almost all of the contents are the same, but I'll come on to that later. Put them in your hand and again, you can't really tell them apart. But if you have the same questions as me in regards to the differences, I will explain these in the video, alongside talking about the mouse itself and how it's replaced my other budget gaming mice. So here then, the base model is the S9 and this comes in a wallet friendly £31. For that you get a mouse which is very well spec'd, charging cable, grip tape, spare skates and a USB dongle. The S9 Pro has better features which I'll talk about in a bit, but it is another £5 at £38 and comes with everything the S9 has, but instead of the USB dongle has its own custom 8K receiver, which I'll mention in the specifications. The Ultra also has this custom receiver and no dongle, and this comes in at the more expensive £46, and the reasons why I'll go into later. Here I have 3 different colours, but it does come in others if you wish. Currently available in white and black for all 3, gradient purple for the Pro and the Ultra, and finally my favourite, flame red for the Pro and the Ultra. So what about the size then? Well, all 3 mice are 127mm at the longest, 61mm to 64mm wide, and 400mm height on the palm. This is the only thing for me that keeps me going back to this mouse over any other, and that is the ergonomics. I have average adult sized hands and this mouse fits me like a glove. For comfort, I cannot fault these. Each of them have 5 clicks, left, right, scroll wheel and 2 side. And here I'll just show you how they sound with the clip between them all. On the top of each mouse is an LED indicator to show low battery and charging status. Then on the bottom they're all identical with 4 skates, DPI selector, and on the left the mode selector on the right. To the bottom is a hatch to store your USB dongle, but that's only for the S9. It has a dongle in it, as we said earlier. In the box, all 3 mouse get some grip tape and the USB cable and wireless dongle, but this is where the differences start, and that's that the Pro and the Ultra also have included a custom USB receiver, which helps with the connection and leads me nicely on to let's talk connections. All 3 have wireless, wired and Bluetooth, and as you'd expect there are some differences between the speed of them all. There's a pretty big difference between the S9 and the Ultra, and although day to day you may not care about the speed, I really have begun to notice the difference in polling rates, especially in competitive online shooters. So the S9 is 1000 wired and wireless polling rate, whereas the Pro is 1000 wired and 8000 wireless using the custom 8K receiver that we showed in the box earlier. Then the Ultra cranks this up to 8K wired and 8K wireless, again using that receiver. If you want to use Bluetooth for any of these, this isn't fantastic for gaming as commonplace at 125Hz, so really don't use this mode when gaming, but I'm guessing you already know this. I do use them in Bluetooth when out and about for working, just never at home online gaming. Now a couple of similarities. Now the weight of them all is 65 grams and they all have a 500 mAh battery. This has been enough for me to get several days of use out of it, but then again I can easily charge on my desk, so battery is never really an issue for me. So let's dig a bit deeper then and look at the main reasons why these mice all feel the same but are priced differently. The main thing for me is one we've already touched on, that's the connection speed, but also the hardware is different. The S9 has the MCU Pan 1080 UA3C, while the Pro and the Ultra have the Pixart AR2862. The DPI on the S9 and the Pro max out at 26,000, while the Ultra pushes us up to nearly double at 42,000. The IPS on the S9 and the Pro is 650 inches per second, while the Ultra is 750. As for the switches, we've heard them earlier, but what you heard were the Eweadn 50 million clicks in the S9, and both the Pro and the Ultra get the KL 100 million clicks. So software now, and you can download one for the S9 or a combined package for the Pro and the Ultra. And there's quite a bit of difference between the two. The S9 version only has the options to change the button inputs, DPI, report rate, which by default isn't set to 1000, sleep time, and then finally macros, whereas the Pro and the Ultra software has far more. It has the usual button mappings, DPI, macro, but you can also change the lift-off distance, sensor drawing performance, and sensor modes. The Pro has 1mm and 2mm for liftoff, whereas the Ultra adds a 0.7mm option to those two. As for the other functions, the Ultra also has a setting for glass mode. I've not tasted these modes enough to tell the difference, but the Ultra gets more settings and that can only be a good thing. So how do they feel then? Well, for gaming, all mice performed very well. They skid across the map. I found them all to be amazingly responsive, even to the point where I thought my other gaming mice were good, but these, especially the Ultra, just felt better. Tight controls, fluid movement. I can't rate these highly enough, especially at the price. The Ultra is now my go-to mouse. But for work, specification can be a lot more forgiving, so either one felt great. It's gaming where you'll see the difference. Personally, I love them, and to be honest, they are as cheap, so if there's any confusion on which one to get, you may as well get the Ultra, as it has the best specification, and it's only £15 more than the S9, and also it comes in that fantastic flame red colour. So there we have it then. If you have any questions in regard to either of these mice, then do let me know down in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until the next video. Bye bye.